Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is June 25th, and the sketch that we are using for 30 days of sketches is this one right here, created by Brandy Joe. Now, I am definitely getting back to my never-ending kit and my Alcatraz photos, and I'm really excited that there is some mixed media on there because since I played with that mixed media on Sunday with the big globby bits of paint and things, I just want to play with all the messy stuff. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I have pulled out a bunch of papers from my kit. There is a variety of here. I've got some basic gray, got some P13, got some My Mind's Eye, got some simple stories, and got something I have no idea what it is. I don't exactly remember, so there is that. But I do go ahead and figure out some things that I want to cut. Like I know I'm going to use this wood grain piece here for one of the banner sections. I know that my background is going to be this dotted paper on top of the pink paper. Now, yes, this is a pink and teal layout, you guys, and I understand that that is not a lot of people's jams, but I love pink and teal together. I love blue and pink together. I love blue and red together. I love the colors together, right? I'm just a fan of them. And I think that they look great with Alcatraz photos too. Let's be real. Because this is definitely not my fun, bold, colorful situation that I got going on usually, you know, when I'm scrapbooking. This is definitely that kind of, you know, a little bit distressed, a little bit softer and almost romantical, which I find hilarious. Okay, so I find it fantastic that all my Alcatraz photos are like these pretty florally things and torn edges and soft colors and all of this. I just find that fantastic. And you might be thinking, you're a goofball, but that's okay, right? Like, that's okay. I did want to have some pretty torn edges. I didn't realize, though, that my one torn edge was so far in. I am going to try to camouflage that, and ultimately I decide, forget it, I'm just going to cover it up completely. But I did like the big tears that were going on my background paper here, right? Like I enjoy the fact that there are big tears, and that it's not just a little bit on the edge, right? Like I want it to be distressed in its life. And then, of course, I am using my washi tape on the back side there so that it will be covered up and I won't have any ends, jagged pieces, or anything showing or getting messed up when I'm sliding my layouts in and out of my page protectors. Because, frankly, you guys, my layouts move around a lot in my page protectors because I do not scrap absolutely chronologically anymore. I used to scrap chronologically and was rigid about it, right? Like everything was in chronological order, and whatever that next photo was, that's what I scrapbooked because it had to go in the album chronologically, and it either had to be a 1-page layout, or it had to be a 2-page layout, or it needed the other side of a 6x12, or it needed the other side of a pocket page. Like there was a very systematic system in place. Like it was unreal. And I scrapbooked that way for a very long time. And then I kind of gave myself the freedom and the permission not to do that. And I would play within a couple months, right? And I liked that. And I was like, ooh, what if I play within the year? That's fun. And now I play within the years, right? Like, it's just a matter of what I want to do, what kind of project I want to work on. Yeah, so there is that. So how do you scrapbook? Do you scrap chronologically? Do you scrapbook with whatever the mood strikes you? Do you scrapbook by project? How do you scrapbook? And then how do you put your layouts away? Do you even put your layouts away, or do you keep them in a pile? I've got a pretty fat pile sitting on my desk right now, not gonna lie. I did not put away layouts at the end of May. I started to put them in page protectors, ran out of page protectors upstairs, and need to get page protectors, right? Because, you know, that's how life rolls sometimes. I haven't bought the page protectors, so there is that. But then I sort them chronologically in my albums. So anyway, that's how I covered up that deep tear in the paper. I went ahead and took that floral and just covered it up and had it go over the edge of the blue polka dotted paper, right? I decided that that would be the best way to do this layout. I am going to take my photos that I have matted on 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 paper. And those photos are going to get popped up on some fun foam because why not? Now in the sketch, Brandy Joe has 4 square photos. I am not going to do 4 square photos. I am actually going to put this rectangle piece right here. It is from that that P13 cut apart sheet, and I like this, right? Like it's working for me. I was kind of feeling that this piece of paper back here represents a lot of the banners and such that were on the sketch, but I am going to give that sketch a nod and put a banner over here, and that paper tucks underneath of the floral and it pokes out just a tiny little bit underneath the photo. I didn't want the focus to be the banner. I just want it to have a little bit. And I was also careful not to have my banner go past the bottom photo, which is kind of weird because in the sketch, it's definitely past the photos. But for me, this is kind of how I wanted it, right? And, you know, if you're feeling a certain way about your layout and you're feeling inspired and you're feeling the things, then you just need to go for it, right? I went through and I'm trying to figure out florals. There were florals that exactly matched that paper, like that big floral. But it didn't really work. It didn't give me that right feeling that I was looking for. So I'm digging through my paper flowers and I'm going to find some things that work. I'm going to find a little bit of leaves and greenery and stuff like that because I want to definitely have that. I don't care that these are not going to match exactly. I don't care that my greenery is going to be a couple different colors on the layout. And I don't care that my florals are not going to be all the exact same. Now they're going to be pretty freaking similar, you guys. I have 3 out of 3 flowers out of a bunch of them that are the same in each little floral cluster that I make. And that's just because I thought that it looked good like that, right? That's the only reason. So I'm trying to mess around. I'm trying to figure out my clusters. It's funny because none of my clusters, at least I don't think, none of the clusters look the exact same as when I first positioned them here to when I took the flowers actually off the page to glue them down. I don't know why, but I futz around with this one a little bit, right? Like I'm messing with the flowers. Why I'm not just gluing and going is beyond me. Because, you know, I've always thought I was kind of a glue and go kind of gal. But I've realized lately I'm like futzing around a lot more. And that is futz, F-U-T-Z, futz, with my stuff. And I don't know, it's not that I don't have like confidence in what I'm doing, but I'm enjoying the process of it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's fun to futz around with the stuff. If it gets debilitating where I'm just like to the point where I can't commit, then, you know, then we're going to have to worry about that. But right now I'm not stressing over it, you guys, at all. I am going to find a word phrase to use on one of the label stickers that I pulled out. And it is going to be love it. And yes, I do love the prison toilets. I don't know what it is. It may be that I have a 12-year-old boy inside of me because, you guys, I obviously have a thing for bathrooms. Um, that sounds so weird to say. But I really was fascinated by the fact that the toilets and the sinks were in the cells here, and the condition of some of the toilets, like this one photo here on the bottom. So just fascinated by it. It just fascinated me. So I took many photos. And then, you know, I do toilet selfies and I send them to Christopher, which you can't see anything, and you guys have seen my toilet selfies before. Before I even told you guys that some of my selfies were toilet selfies, I was scrapbooking them as selfies and nobody had any idea. So you don't know that I'm on the toilet, but it is a thing in our house, a toilet selfie. Christopher actually wants an album of toilet selfies, which is fine and dandy. I can make that happen. I mean, I have an album of trash cans, so why not toilet selfies, right? Scrapbooking what I want, what I like, it's all good. But like I said, sometimes I think I have a 12-year-old boy inside me, or I am a 12-year-old boy, and whatever. Because I find toilets fascinating. I do toilet selfies, and farts are hilarious. So yeah. Yeah. There's a smidge of immaturity in me still, and I think that that's just fine and dandy because it keeps me young, right? Yeah. Anyway, it's who I am. So I do add some of those heart stickers over top of the dots in the background, and it's just going to kind of be like a little bit of extra. It's not real in your face. It's just a little subtle detail where my floral clusters are going to be. And then I had found that gold happiness label, and I felt like that had to be on this layout because, you know, why not? I mean, I was completely happy with this stuff. So anyway, it's going to say happiness is, and then I'm going to find some other words to go ahead and wrap up this title block. I did think about journaling here. Ultimately, I think my title sums up the sentiment that I want to say. I am using these thickers that were from a baby collection from Pink Paisley, I want to say. Don't remember exactly. But I am going to use those. And I just like what I've come up with, right? Like it's pretty and it's soft and it's got lots of torn edges and it's distressed and having the time of my life with it. I did realize that I said I was so excited to do mixed media, and the only mixed media I did was sprinkling some chroma mist down, some of that gold sparkly stuff. But it's okay. I still love the layout and had the time of my life with it. Now, in the still photos, you guys might notice I did add some enamel dots. After this, they're kind of like enamel rhinestones after I finished the layout and before I took the photos. So there is that. And the title is Happiness is a Toilet Photo, because frankly, in my life, it is. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to check out the playlist. It's the end of June, and I still can't get the playlist to activate. It's the one playlist I've been having the most trouble with, and, you know, I've been doing playlists for a hot minute. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.